Hi guys, in this video we're going to be dialing in a Sage Barista Pro. We're going to be working with our most popular coffee, which is a Colombian Jazz. So this is an espresso based coffee. What works great is a black coffee or a milk based coffee. It's a super simple coffee to dial in. So we're going to get started by getting a set of scales, turning on your Sage Barista machine and just flushing a few shots of water through to get it all heated up nice and quickly. So what we're going to do, we're going to tear off our scales and we're going to add 19 grams of our coffee. And we're going to add that to our hopper. Really cool little trick then is to up the time it takes to grind. The reason we're going to do this is we're going to want to take note of how much time it takes to grind through 19 grams of coffee, and this will be really important on the dialing in process. So we're just going to set this to 23 seconds. We're going to get our port filter and we're going to lock it in place and start popping through. So you'll notice at the end of that the grinder started making a slightly higher pitched sound, which means that it had emptied the chamber of coffee. That was around about 3 seconds before the actual end of the grind setting. So for now, we're going to take this back down to 20 seconds, which should then accurately dose us around about 19 grams of coffee. So we're going to give this a quick shake just to level out the coffee bed to make sure you're not losing any as you go to move the force filter out for tamping. We're just going to evenly distribute some more of that coffee to the part what's empty. And you're going to want to give your coffee a nice firm tamp down until you feel like you can't press it any further. You'll notice if you've got the right amount of coffee in there because your tamper will sit without the silver showing. Next, you're going to want to wipe off any excess coffee. This will help save your group seal in the long term. And then you're going to carefully place it into the group head. Next, what we're going to want to do is we're just going to press on the auto-generated double shot button, and we're just going to keep an eye on how the extraction looks. So it's usual to see a bit of a pre-infuse, so around about 7 to 8 seconds before it starts to allow water to pass through the coffee bed. So the coffee's starting to come out and it's looking like it's running a little bit fast at the moment. Okay, so that actual process lasted around about 20 seconds. For the Colombian Jazz, we're looking for something closer to around about 27, 28 seconds. So what that means we're going to need to do is we're going to need to adjust our grind size. So we're going to take this down a number on here. So we're currently at 7. We're going to bring this down to 6 now. So that's now made the blades a little bit closer together and it's going to make the grind a little bit finer, which should then slow down the extraction, enhance the extraction of the coffee and bring out a lot more flavour. So we're going to get rid of this coffee now and we're going to go again with exactly the same process. So weighed out 19 grams of coffee again and we're going to drop that back into a hopper. We're going to grind that through. So we're going to give that a quick shake to level it out and just redistribute some of that coffee. And we're going to start the process again. We're noticing it's slowing down a little bit on there. However, it's still looking a little bit too quick for what we'd be hoping for the Colombian Jazz. So what we're going to do again now is we're going to take it one step finer, which should then be enough to actually dial in the Colombian Jazz. So we're now down at grind size 5, and we're just going to up this time slightly because it's going to take a little bit longer to grind, so we're going to take that to 21 seconds. We're going to pour away this coffee, and then we're going to go again. So what we're hoping for in this third shot now is it to be much slower, and that will help with the extraction of the coffee to bring out more flavour, take away some of the sour notes and make it a lot sweeter and a lot brighter in flavour. So the third shot still ran a little bit quick. That got a 23-second extraction, so not quite in the ballpark of where we want the Colombian Jazz to be. So we're going to need to make another adjustment. So we're going to take the grind size now from grind size 5, and I'm going to take it a little bit further down to number 3. And we're going to up the time it takes to grind by a couple of seconds, 23 seconds. We're now going to grind through another 19 grams of coffee. We're going to give that a quick shake just to distribute, and just redistribute some of that coffee with your hand. Again, give it a nice firm tamp down, and then remove any excess coffee. Lock that in place, and we're going to go again with the double shot button. So this is a much nicer looking pour, much slower. This is really going to help extract all the flavour from the coffee, get rid of any sourness, and really bring out a lot of sweetness in the espresso. There we are. Perfectly dialed in Colombian Jazz. So now that we've got the grind size correct and the grind time, so that's where it's grinding through and making a high-pitched screeching noise, you're now ready just to fill up your hopper with your preferred coffee and keep brewing.